I don't know if they, whereas when I was a kid, I was stupid. I don't know about y'all. I don't know anybody else was stupid when you were 18 or 19, because I was a dumbass. I didn't know 1/50th of what I understand right now as a 48-year-old man. But that's why I talk as a 48-year-old man, because I'm hoping young people are hearing me, so maybe I can make you a little smarter than I was. But I don't know what conversation she might have had with that roommate she had. I don't know if she felt that she was really in any kind of danger. My instincts say that it's not inconceivable that there's a connection between this, alleged sexual assault from the roommate's boyfriend and the fact that this girl came up missing a few days later, right? It's not inconceivable. There's a connection. So I'd be curious to know how seriously the threat was taken. And so because what I would almost say to you also is that when it comes to especially your daughters, but your sons too, because your sons are going to run into some crazy ones too, crazy men, crazy women. We all run into crazy people. Don't underestimate the power of somebody's threat, or somebody that just lets you know in advance that they could be dangerous to you. I think a lot of times you might, I'm wondering, I wouldn't be surprised if this incident happened and she probably couldn't imagine them doing what they did if they did these things to her. If the roommate set her up, because the roommate's a suspect too. She probably couldn't imagine her roommate setting her up to allow this for her to come up missing. But, the reality is that a lot of times when your kids go off to college, people have relationships with people outside of campus all the time. So your sweet little daughter might go to college and date a girl who loves the bad boys. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know how the young girls are. A lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of the young girls, they like the bad boys. They want to date the thug. They want to go out to the hood and grab a gangster. I'd be curious to know if this boy who allegedly was giving her unwanted kissing and touching, I'd be curious to know if he was a student at Clark Atlanta. I bet you he was not. I bet you that the roommate had a boyfriend off campus, and a lot of times you'll let people in your space and not know shit about their background. You might be letting a killer, murderer, rapist, whatever, up in your house and not even know it. And especially when you're 18, 19, when you can't discern one person from another. You can't sort of test, your instincts aren't there yet. Your spidey senses aren't up in terms of knowing what somebody might be bringing to the table. So I'm real curious to see how this plays out in terms of finding out who did what. I'm not making any assumptions about the guilt or innocence of the two suspects. I do think that there is something to the fact that the roommate and the roommate's boyfriend are both suspects in the crime right now. I also hear, bam, I forgot about the most important piece of information. The roommate and the roommate's boyfriend guided the police to the body. I forgot. Stupid boys. Come on, boys. You got to get all the facts. I forgot about that little piece of information. The roommate and the roommate's boyfriend guided the police to the body. So that sounds guilty as hell to me. I don't know about y'all, but that sounds pretty guilty to me. When you just happen to know where the body's at, you're not going to do too well in the court of law. So I would like to know more. I really wish I would like to see a transcript at some point. I would like to read, how did this go down? Was this a situation where they got together and planned her death and said, we're gonna take her out and take her to the liquor store, and then I'm gonna pretend to be her friend so I can get her when she's vulnerable? Is this a situation where the boyfriend took the lead and said, I'm gonna go deal with this girl and the woman, because love makes us do stupid things? Maybe she followed along, but you can't make that assumption. You can't don't make that. I see Brother Man. First of all, thank you very much for your donation. He says, I hate how young women love that bad boy. Well, we don't even know if he's a bad boy. Maybe she was a bad girl. Women can lead. Women are strong. Women are smart. So you don't know. Maybe the girlfriend or the roommate was the one who drove the charge. But one of those two, or both of them, is a murderer. It sounds like to me, based on the fact that they led the police to the body. According to Action 11 News, they led the police to the body. And it's sad as hell. It's sad as hell. So if I'm Clark Atlanta University, here's what I want to do. If I'm Clark Atlanta University and I'm watching people like me, talking about it, and I only know so much. So just take what I say with a grain of salt. I'm just talking as a 48-year-old college professor who's seen a lot of things and giving you what my instincts are telling me, right? If I'm Clark Atlanta University, what I definitely do is I get a transcript of their conversation with the police. Or maybe I sit in on interviews with this young lady and her boyfriend to find out what happened. How did you get to the point where somebody ends up missing, where you think it makes sense as a kid to go and kill somebody? I really want to understand that, because you got to understand your environment so you know how to keep your students safe, right? Because this doesn't make any sense. Most people don't go to college and get killed. And my condolences go out to this young lady's family. I'm so sorry. I feel so sorry for all of you, and so sorry for what you've gone through. You did not deserve this. Alexis Crawford, please, let's give a prayer, an ashe to the sister for and just shed a tear for the family, because I just can't imagine how it must feel to send your baby off to college and have something this terrible happen. And the other young people, I also shed a tear for the young people who did this, because if they did this, I really want to understand what happened that made you think that it even makes sense to take somebody's life. Or the young lady, if she's following her boyfriend, what made you think that this makes sense, to let your boyfriend lead you into this situation that's going to put you in prison for the rest of your life. And I would also say to you guys, be very careful, because these things happen on campuses a lot. I mean, murder doesn't happen as much, but shootings all the time, rapes all the time, other crimes they don't report all the time, off-campus crimes all the time don't get put in the campus statistics. So you think the campus is safe, but then you find out that the risk was there all along. They just never told you. So keep that in mind when you send your kids to college. You got to teach them about the game, teach them how to be careful and safe. So God bless everybody. Have a good day. Please hit the thumbs up button. If you're watching, please hit the thumbs up button. If you're watching on Facebook, please share this to your page. Also, don't forget to join us. If you want to join the Black Business School, you want to learn about wealth, stuff like that. We're doing a lecture tonight, later on tonight, 8 o'clock actually, for Black Business School students on Byron Allen's Breakfast Club interview. So I'm gonna break that down and explain all the details of that interview for you guys. So you guys know this is what we do. We're always in here every day. So I'm always happy to talk to you and help you understand the world a little bit better. So take care, guys. And Truth Talk Nation says, Boyce, tell them about the boule. I would tell you about the boule, but I don't really know shit about the boule. I know basics, but I don't know a whole lot. And I ain't really worried about the boule. I'm worried about trying to be smart, trying to be a smart Black person. How about that? How about we focus on that first? All right, fuck the boule. All right, guys, have a good night. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Be good. Peace.